How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know that you're doing it at your own risk. And today we're going to be talking about GME. I am super excited to talk about this stock because you guys know once it gets in that $200 area, I become very interested. But hey, let's go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, just want to let you know we also have timestamps down below in the description. But of course, if you are a shareholder, if you're in this play, I suggest you watch the entire video. Now, the first thing that we're going to be going over is actually the tweet from Ryan Cohen, and a lot of people are trying to take it apart. It came out literally at around 12:30 a.m. So this is before we ended up seeing this squeeze that we saw today. So let's see if there was a little bit of a subliminal message that he was kind of dropping for us retail investors. Then the second thing that we're going to be going over is a technical analysis. We want to see what the price action is looking like. What can we actually potentially end up seeing tomorrow so we are prepared and not surprised? And then we're going to be going on fintel.io. We want to see, are institutions actually loading up on GME? Do they see a lot of upside? Hey, we're going to be finding out. And of course, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest. You guys already know how key and how important this is in regards to short squeeze potential and how far the price can actually go. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get into it. Hold on a second. I was speaking to Dre not too long ago, and I told him, hey, why don't you add a little bit of a bonus section? This is going to be between me and you. So what he's going to be doing, I told him to put in the order flow distribution. So make sure you don't miss out on that. We want to know how many weekends actually ended up selling out today, because this will be key as far as seeing what type of price action we could see tomorrow. But hey, that secret's between me and you. I'll make sure you add that in the video. Now let him go back and do his thing that he normally does. All right, let's take a look at the tweet that Ryan Cohen dropped at 12:32 a.m. today. So you know what, we can call this a tweet. Sorry, it's a GIF to be exact. As you can see, there's definitely, I feel there's a subliminal message here. Some people might say, you know what, he's just trying to be funny because he says, don't try this at home. And you know what, here's the thing. Pool of water, he gets a boner, and he's floating up to the top. We talk about as far as float, right? You talk about short float. We talk about, we combine this going in with the short squeeze. If the short float is going up, more people buying shares. We also have many who are holding shares. Part of the reasons why GME is at the current price of where it's at. Was he dropping a subliminal message? I want you guys to really answer that down below inside the comment section. I myself, yes, I do feel like he was dropping a subliminal message. Did it have an impact on as far as the price action that we saw today inside the stock? Most definitely. Because again, the timing is actually pretty sweet. This is something that he kind of took a page out of the Elon Musk book. And hey, I love this. But at the end of the day, we already know he can't go out and say, well, you know, I suggest you guys go buy some GME shares. You know, something's about to happen. He can't do that. He can get in trouble. But this, hey, I like it. We see in the price action that we're seeing. But hey, that's the update I wanted to give you guys. So let's get into the technicals. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for GME. So let's take a look at how it finished on the day. So it finished at $209.43, being up 16.34%. Wow, almost up $30. On the low, it tested $181, and then on the high, testing $217. And like I talked about on this channel, if you've been following me long enough, you guys know I love trading GME when it is $200 or higher. Now the opportunity has presented itself. So we could see at $200, there's definitely some evidence in regards to having an area of support. So what I'm looking forward going to tomorrow, if we can get into regular trading hours and being open right at 200 or above, I'm looking for a bullish movement going to $225. Of course, this is an area of resistance, and if we are able to pass this level, then we can easily get to $250. This is part of the reasons why I wanted to share this on the channel. If it is below $200, then I would expect to see a retest going back to that 181. We also could see a pullback potentially right right here going back to 175. But if we take a look at how it's lining up with our indicators, it is well above the 100-day, the 200-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So this is part of the reasons why this bullish pattern, I'm looking forward to seeing it actually continue. Can it come back to where it was testing here at $348? Yes, that is a possibility, but for now, as far as expectations of what I'm looking for, I want to see 225 and then that move going to 250. If you take a look at the RSI, definitely it is looking real hot right now, but like I was saying, with a lot of volume, a lot of buying pressure, and we already know many people have bought shares of GME and are holding. Just like myself, I have a few shares that I hold, but I also have shares that I love to allocate for trading and so forth. So the more volume coming through this, then we could see some more parabolic moves from GME. Very excited to do this. Can't wait to see how this looks like for tomorrow. So we're on fintel.io. We're going to be taking a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for GME. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. But one of the things we want to see, even if we don't see any green rows, institutions are adding to their current positions here. We could see a notable name, Goldman Sachs, 2,356 shares, which they purchased today. Yes, on May the 25th. And if we look at the institutional buying for May the 25th alone, it is definitely substantial, and it's something to keep an eye on here because institutions are banking on more upside in regards to GME. Even if we take a look at the 24th here, taking a look, I don't see any minus here. I don't see any institutions actually closing out or even any institutions who are lessening their positions. So seeing this overall in general is really good to see. We could also see BlackRock, which is a notable name, and they bought 7,091 shares. If we go back even further, now we start seeing some green rows. We see institutions opening up new positions, and again, these are sizable. So institutions are bullish. We also want to take a look at the short interest information on GME. Oh, it only shows us the short volume is around 1.1 million updated as of close on yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see what it's going to be at the end of today. Short shares availability is at 250,000 updated 12 minutes ago. And the short ball free rate stands at 1.01. If we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see some short squeeze potential here. You guys already know 21 or higher gives us that opportunity of a short squeeze. Part of the reasons why we ended up seeing some strong movements in price action from GME. Like I said, I will keep you guys updated and we'll find out what this is going to be for tomorrow. But if it ends up still staying above that 21%, no doubt in my mind, we should be able to get really close and be able to challenge those 225 and 250 areas where we're looking for tomorrow or even the day after. So for some bonus footage, we're actually going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution for today. So as far as the inflow, we had 560, and as far as the outflow, we had 481. We had 9 large orders and we had 551 medium orders. On the outflow side, we had 17 large orders and then we had 465 medium orders. If we take a look at the selling amount as far as from May the 25th, it is at 8,011, and this is in regards to large scale orders, and there's definitely been a lot of sell-offs. But do keep in mind, what does this tell us? People who were buying GME before, they were holding their shares. And then on top of that, they've been buying up even more. We already know once it reaches where it's getting a lot of demand, people are going to continue to buy. And you combine that with people who are holding, you're going to end up seeing some strong moves in price action. So even though the selling pressure was fairly heavy in regards for today, the stock price still went up. So what does that mean? We shaked out all the weak hands. But anyways, let's get into the final thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this bonus part. So for my final thoughts for GME, as you can tell, I'm really excited. You know already, when GME is trading at $200 or above, I just love it. Sort of like the McDonald's slogan. But I'm telling you guys that right now because I do believe, and I was talking about it in the technicals, I want to see that move going to 250. If we can get past 250, all I gotta tell you guys is to watch out. So I'm definitely gonna be trading inside this play. One of the things that was very interesting, I do keep a few shares because hey, I just hold and I do believe in GME. I want to see it to be successful, but I also do keep some shares as far as when it comes to trading. When it is above 200, that's when I start adding to my position. Just want to make sure I'm transparent and I'm clear with you guys about that. So as long as it's trading at above 200, I have a certain amount because again, I love to protect my profits. But also if you are buying and you are holding shares of GME, then hey, my hat's off to you, and it's definitely been quite the journey. We've seen some serious moves in price action, but one thing I want you guys to be aware of, even though there's a lot of volatility inside the markets, institutions are taking advantage of this opportunity that's going down right now. They are adding up. And it is no surprise to me that, hey, AMC is about to go on the move. Now we got GME on the move. You guys know it's definitely going to be an interesting week. And I won't be surprised as far as other stocks are concerned. You're going to be seeing some volatility. I won't be surprised if you end up seeing even more sell-offs. We're going to see a lot of money shifting over to GME and AMC. And we already got a lot of FUD that's out there in the media saying, hey, don't buy GME, don't buy AMC, and blah, 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 blah. Even saying and going as far as like, hey, people on Reddit are not buying GME or AMC. They're putting their money in cryptocurrencies. It's like, okay, you're not going to distract us. Let's get this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we talk to you real soon.